Hi, my name's Steve Lodge, and I just want to talk about why we need to go backwards, or perceived backwards to go forwards. This is part of the awakening process. It's just the way it works. So we start waking up, we start coming out of our minds, and things start making sense, and we move forward. And then we'll be like, oh, we're enlightened, and it's like everything makes sense now. We seem to breeze through things easily, and life's just fantastic. It's like, yes, we're here, destination achieved. And we start then going into our minds. Because once we feel like we've achieved enlightenment, we feel like we can lose enlightenment. So once we feel like we can lose enlightenment, we start going back unconscious and back into our minds, because we're starting to feel loss. So our minds then will start going, oh, and start judging. Wow, it doesn't feel the way it did. I'm losing enlightenment. I'm not enlightened anymore. Or what am I going to do now? Or it doesn't feel, it's not perfect. It's not perfect anymore. What am I doing? I'm losing it. And you start losing, or believe you're losing, what you've already got, which is always there. And that's to not worrying about loss of it, or judging it to be perfect. The minute you stop worrying about losing it, and you stop judging it, you have it. Because you come out of your mind and you become fully conscious and aware. And that's what it is. So we have to be aware of the mind again, and how it fears loss, and how it likes to attach and own. That's mine. I've got this now. You haven't got it. I've got it. I've got it more than you. The mind, as I spoke about before, is to serve us. It's a tool. It's not who we are. This is so important on waking up, to realise we are not our minds. Because the minute we lose our minds is the minute we find ourselves. I know everything teaches us in the system and in society that losing your mind is bad, and that's losing your mind in a different way. This is just losing your identity with your mind, losing your ego. So to become conscious, we go backwards, and it's a circle. It's what we keep doing. And every time we wake up again, we see the tricks of the mind a little bit more clearer, and we understand them a little bit more. And every time we go back round, we also heal stuff. So we find stuff that's within us, and we're like, oh, there was a trigger. I didn't realise that before. So you sort of revisit things, and you grow from them again. So we need to go backwards to go forwards. So just because you wake up and you don't feel euphoric, it doesn't mean that you've lost anything. It means you're just going through a cycle. You're going through a cycle of purging, and you're going through a cycle of discovery of the mind and how the mind works. So we just accept this. And the quicker we accept this, and the better we get at recognising this, the more we stay out of this, the more we stay conscious, and the easier our life gets. Because without mind, there's no suffering. Because all suffering is in the mind, with loss and attachment and fear and judgment and envy. These are all sins for a reason. Because they cause suffering to others, and more so they cause suffering to you. When we forgive people, we don't necessarily forgive them for them or their actions, although we do if they ask for it and they want it, then they get benefit out of it. So forgiveness comes by doing it for yourself. Because once you forgive someone, sorry about the blinking, I just woke up. Once we forgive other people, we release it from ourselves. So we forgive for ourselves. Now, that's the purpose of forgiving. We release it. The way it benefits the person wanting forgiveness is, if they want forgiveness, that means they've resolved an unconscious behaviour within themselves, and they release themselves from suffering. If we forgive someone who doesn't want forgiveness, they're still holding on to that. So that is theirs until they're ready to let go of what they did, their actions, or whether they don't. That's their path, their choice. We don't judge that. So we forgive, so we release it. I digressed a little bit there. So yeah, I just want you to know that it's a circle, it's a cycle. So don't lose hope. I lost hope lots of times in the past. I was like, yes, I'm here, I've got it, I feel fantastic, I can see through things, I can see above things, I feel and see energy, I don't feel anything is personal by people's behaviour, and I could see life in a whole different aspect, and I wasn't suffering anymore. I accepted everything as it was. And then I'd wake up a couple of days later and I'd be like, oh, I can't believe they've said that, I can't believe they've done that. What's this about? That's terrible, this is... And then I'd be like, oh, it doesn't work, I'm back in my head, and this is... And that was the circle I kept going through. Until now, I understand that this is going to happen, and I accept it quicker, and I let it pass quicker. What we resist persists. And I know, if you're going through a circle and you're going back unconscious and you start thinking in your mind, I'm not going to think, then you're on a losing battle. Because to have an argument in your own mind isn't going to get rid of it. If you just sit back and accept, I'm in my mind, and watch the thoughts and accept the thoughts are there, the quicker they'll pass. Anyway, I just wanted to do this video just to reassure anyone who's going through one of these purging spells or these patches. I know recently the energy with the moon and stuff like that, it was a lot of us were going through these. So it's just to give you hope that we're coming out of it again now, and you're going to start feeling and shining more. So just keep going, keep doing what you're doing, keep getting up, keep moving forward. Everything's going to be fantastic. Love and light. Have a great day, morning, night, noon, whatever you are. Thank you for watching.